when I was gonna join Shopee, it wasn't that famous yet. And I think I said this in my college talk, but yeah, like a lot of my friends kasi were joining FMCGs, ganon. And syempre, I had like nga, this big JMA barkada na puro type A people. So they were all joining like banks, like P&G, consulting. And they were like, Isa, are you sure you wanna join Shopee? And I was like, yeah. I mean, I'm not that sure, but yeah, I wanna try. So like, I super lucked out then na I chose this because it was a small company now when I entered, and then now it's huge. And now, like, now that it's like the pandemic and everyone's moving online, I swear I get like 1 to 2 messages per week, siguro, of random friends or acquaintances. Like, they'll message me like, "Hi, Isa," and I already know like this is gonna be a Shopee inquiry. It's either they're looking for a job in Shopee, or they have a concern about their order that they want to ask me about, or they're asking me about how to like put up their own shop, or like how to make the shop bigger. So like it just makes me think now, whoa, a lot of people our age are really selling now online, especially since it's lockdown. It's the only way to like come up with a side business talaga. So like a lot of JMAers too, I think. The ones mostly in my age, parang they've been inquiring more now about like Isa, I have a new shop, but like parang it's not appearing in the search, like or I'm not getting pickups from my courier. So parang yeah, I feel like a lot of people are starting now. The first is, I think, if you're gonna sell on either Shopee or Lazada, really just spend a night tinkering with our app. Like click all the banners, look at our flash sale, play the games, and then try searching different keywords, see what appears. Because I think a lot of people enter Shopee without even knowing what's on the platform and what they can use to like really grow their business. A lot of people know na parang, oh, there's a Shopee Mall page that's different, or oh, when I click on this banner, it goes to a separate collection that has like its own vouchers that I can participate in, or oh, at the bottom of the screen there's like a Shopee game, and sometimes our games feature like shop sponsored vouchers that get them more attention too. So like just spend a night clicking everything, checking which items come up first when you search for keywords like clothes or sports bra, or click on the ones that come up on top, click on the ones that have a lot of sales, and look at what they're doing. Like, the seller is using bundle deals kaya ang daming bumibili, or oh, the seller offers free shipping if you reach a certain minimum spend kaya a lot of people tend to like buy from them or buy other items. There's a lot to learn even from the sketchier sellers on the platform that have actually been there for a long time. Spend some time also ordering to see what the experience is. A lot of people don't even know how it works until they set up their own shop. Like when you place an order, how long does it normally take? Parang what are the steps that the seller goes through? We have a seller education hub and like an FAQs partner that's super helpful for sellers that are starting out. So yeah, maximize everything that's online to drive your business, because a lot of Filipinos don't click and read. It's just upload tapos bahala na, which is very sayang kasi ang daming tools on the platform that can help you boost sales. Another thing is, once you're more familiar already and you have like your first few SKUs online, you'll realize that competition is tough. Like you're one of like thousands of sellers that have SKUs online. So the next thing you'll be thinking is, how do I boost my exposure? How do I eventually end up to be those items on search? So we have a lot of ways. One is ads. So we do have paid ads that you can purchase as a seller. So having paid ads helps you to like get more exposure even as a new seller. Like you'll get to the top of the page sometimes, or on the first page if you pay for certain ads. We have different types of ads too. Like we have product ads, so it's like a certain SKU that you'll boost. We also have shop ads, which means if they type certain keywords, then they'll see your shop at the top as the search result. That also works out. I say invest in those because it's like, or just at least experiment with it, because sometimes it really helps with our sellers in boosting their sales, especially if they're new. Aside from paid ads, we have a lot of marketing campaigns, like I mentioned. What's good about being a Shopee seller is you get to ride on the different Shopee marketing campaigns they're already doing. Like we just launched Chris Aquino as our ambassador, and before that was Jose Marie Chan, Manny Pacquiao. So because of that, we do drive a lot of traffic on the platform during certain days. So like you guys know that there's 7/7, 8/8, and coming up is 11/11, which is one of our biggest sales. So every month we'll have a big double campaign. That's what we call it. We'll also have other mini campaigns throughout the month. Like normally there's a payday campaign and there's like some more targeted campaigns also, like a home and lifestyle fair or a sports and travel. And normally you'll see those in your seller center as well. So once you're a seller, you'll have access to our seller center where you can actually nominate some of your SKUs on our marketing center. So you'll be more familiar with this once you're a seller, but my tip is use that marketing seller and try your best to participate in our campaigns, because really the traffic we see on the platform during those days really helps boost sales organically for everybody on the platforms. So just do your own shop promotion. So being in Shopee or Lazada means you have access to our different tools as well. So we make it easy for our sellers to come up with their own discounts. So you can put items on like exclusive discount. You can have very different vouchers in your shop. So you can have like a shop-wide voucher. You can have vouchers that are only for certain items or collections, or vouchers that have a minimum spend. We also offer like some free shipping vouchers that help complement those. So like using those also helps to drive your business. And the fourth is to really invest in like your customers, because in Shopee and in other platforms as well, I think you'll notice that Filipinos are very makulit. Like we ask a lot of questions when we're about to purchase. And normally what helps with our new sellers is paying attention to those inquiries. We have a seller chat with buyer that you will have to pay attention to when you're a new seller and when you're an existing seller as well. And then maintaining customer relationships. So customer relationship management is very important, because once you get your first few successful sales and you get them to rate your shop, put reviews with like actual photos, we've seen that that increases sales exponentially. Because imagine buying from a new shop and the shop has almost no ratings, no photos of like actual items from other customers. You're kind of suspicious pa of whether the seller is really legit. But even just one actual photo and one actual review from like a customer already helps drive sales by so much, because then as a consumer you're thinking like, oh, someone bought na, this item looks legit naman from this photo, then that will really help boost your sales already. And if you're starting and no one's really buying yet, you know what? Get your relatives and friends to buy, and then just ask them to like post those and reviews and ratings, because like that really helps already. I think like in IG shops it's not as easy to see ratings and reviews. You'll mostly see likes, but in Lazada and Shop we're very sensitive to those. Like people really read and check if you're a good seller that attends to customer needs. So yeah, don't take that for granted too. Lastly is you need to be able to set time for fulfillment talaga. I think when you're starting out, it's not as big of a problem, because you maybe have like less than 10 orders, say, in a day, but sometimes you'll see it spike. And it becomes hard when you're juggling e-commerce with your full-time job to get items like packed on time, shipped out on time. It's not also like a fixed time naman when the couriers will come. Normally, you just set a day and they can come anytime. So don't underestimate how much time and effort you have to invest in it as well. It will definitely become easier once you have a system going on na. Like once you're a bit more experienced and you know like at what time of the day normally orders come in. So by this time you know na, oh, I should check my sales by this time. Then after this cutoff time, then I can arrange for pickup the next day. So I can pack it early in the morning and then it will be picked up in the afternoon. You know, having your own internal system going and paying attention to logistics will really help you grow as well. Because like if you have a few orders lang at the start and you fail at those because of like some customer problems or logistics problems, then it will be hard to like grow eventually and expand your business. Last I think is to share with you guys lang na in Shopee we actually do have what we call managed sellers. So if you reach a certain average daily orders, then you're qualified to become what we call a managed seller. And this mostly means that you get an account manager actually to help you with your shop. So we have like a wide army of account managers and relationship managers in Shopee. And I don't know if a lot of people know that we do manage even marketplace shops. So you don't need to be a big brand to be a managed seller. We have a lot of sellers that started out very small and then ended up expanding their business on Shopee and then becoming a managed seller with like an account manager. So once it happens, then maximize that account manager, because you'll get a lot more access to our campaigns and other tools on the platforms that only managed sellers can have access to. So like getting your items featured on Flash, having them on the banners sometimes, or like putting them in the prime spot of collections during double double sales. Mostly those happen when you're a managed shop already. And like from there, it's really like way easier also to become like a power seller and grow your business by a lot on e-commerce. The main fulfillment for me really is seeing how we get to empower micro SMEs and small business owners. So, like what I said kanina, it's not BS when people say that anyone can be an online seller with Shopee. And I think that wasn't possible before this. Like before e-commerce platforms like Shopee, you needed to have connections and a lot of experience to be a successful online seller. Because like just thinking about where to start was so overwhelming, like where do I sell my items? Do I come up with my own website? How do I get these items shipped out? How do I come up with my own like marketing strategies and promotions when I don't have like photographer friends, models to model my items, a studio. There are so many things to think about that there were so many barriers, I think, to selling online before. But because of like Shopee, for example, where we focus on smaller sellers, I feel like we've made it way easier. Now the mentality is that it's quite easy to sell online. I mean, syempre growing it and being super successful is different, but just to start selling and to start selling in small quantities without having to like go all out and have huge capital to start, I think that's so fulfilling for me. Like seeing now we give people the tools that they need to start online is really amazing because now I see a lot more local brands online, and I see a lot more ordinary Filipinos also who have used this as like another way for them to generate revenue now, especially during times when it's hard to rely on just one job, or not everyone has job stability, so it's a way for them to like diversify where they earn revenue. So we do have a lot of workshops then that help aid like smaller time sellers. Like we partner with some organizations then to give trainings. We have like different online workshops that help them. And it's, I don't know, like seeing that, and like me being on the product side, seeing now we come up with like all those different features that make it easy for them to like upload SKUs or like set prices, set discounts. I get super fulfilled whenever I hear like feedback from like say a non-techie tita who is able to tell me na, oh, I uploaded my first item, super dali lang. So yeah, I think that there's a lot of value in like giving Filipinos that tool to like go online and find more ways to, just earn money right now.